Subject T-80N3, aka T-Bone.
This is juicy.
Happy Mother's Day.
Mean and undead.
You work for me! Do you understand me?
Is that a mint? One mint?
I think it's been a change of plans.
All right, welcome, everybody. This is the Strange Films Live show that we're doing tonight, and it is I'm here, August Aguilar, director of Strange Films. I am joined by my lovely ladies. We have Diana and Britt Sellers of Scoffer Studios, and we have been playing this for about 2 weeks now, so I'm excited to talk with you guys. Ladies, say hello to our guests, or our audience, I should say. You're the guest.
Hello.
Hi, how's it going?
All right, so we are streaming both on YouTube and Facebook. So we have the opportunity to chat with our audience. So actually, right here, right now, we've got Frank Aguilar in the building. Woohoo! Is what he's saying. We have Sim Scares, which he actually commented way before. I saw your comment at 7:30. First comment there. I saw you in the waiting room. He says, "Roll that beautiful bean footage." And Frank says, "Hello, ladies." Hey, Frank, you're gonna love this. So. Diana and Britt are actually mother-daughter filmmakers and creative partners, right? You should have been on the show too, because I was letting them know that me and Frank are father-son, and we've been working Strange Films since 2016 now. So yeah, so I love hearing family stories, like family collaborations, projects, even outside of the creative, world. Anything that family does it's awesome. So. And we've got Tony. Hey, Hack Horror Shows in the building, guys. All right, right on. So we've got some viewers that are going on right now. Okay, so I've got Scoffer Studios in the show tonight. And ladies, I'm going to give you the opportunity here to let everyone know who you are. Just a little bit of a Spark Notes version as far as kind of what's your background, where you came from, what got you into everything. Because Scoffer Studios, why don't you explain to us how you got to Scoffer Studios, and then we're going to talk about a little bit of Scoffer Studios.
You want to go first, or
No, you do it.
Okay. I was a graphic artist in Orlando, Florida, for many years, and I just loved it. I've always been involved with art, and I kind of got into other things in Orlando. I met a lot of celebrities, and I modeled for like 4 years. So I kind of got into the glitzy part of Orlando. And after that, I began to write stories. So that was a big part of my life, writing stories. I actually wrote like 4 stories. And when my kids came along, they inherited the same thing. They love art. They write stories. So it was kind of a easy thing to get into, to transition.
My name's Britt Sellers, and I am a private investigator and a movie producer, director, and owner of the studio.
That is wild.
Yeah, I'm kind of a jack of all trades, but
I like it.
I started working on Dagon back when I was about 14. I wanted to write something that was scary and dark and fabulous. And I told my mom about this idea I was kicking around about a troll who was a gangster on another planet and how he stole a human child. And together we kicked it around, and actually one night we were hit by like this brainstorming fury of creativity, and we wrote the entire screenplay in one night. And when we went back and read it in the morning, we're like, holy shit, what did we just make?
Nice. Nice.
A lot of the characters that came in later, I kind of based them on people I've known and gave them authentic personality. It's like I created Jacqueline, and he's kind of based on someone I knew. And I created Maxine, and she's definitely created after people I've met.
I created Dagon, and he's actually sort of a reflection of myself, only male.
Okay.
And it's my alter ego is Dagon, and he is so awesome. I feel like he's a real person. I feel like he's like my best friend. And we've been working on this together from the very beginning, and we really kickstarted it into a movie in 2016. That's when we decided to just go for it, because everyone was telling us that we couldn't, and everyone was telling us that we shouldn't, and we didn't listen to a single person.
We scoffed.
There
And
you go.
since our whole attitude is scoffing at everyone who tells us no, that's kind of what happened.
I like
That's
it. I
the
like
first
it.
thing.
So
We're,
we're gonna dive right all into Scoffer Studios and all that, and everyone who's not watching, or I'm sorry, everyone who doesn't know, I should say, and who's coming back to watch or listen to this, I should say, Dagon Troll World Chronicles is your upcoming animated film, and we've got the likes of like Tim Curry, and we've got Bryce Papenbrook. Is that how I said that right?
Yes,
and
he's
Emily-
from Attack on Titan.
Demon
Yeah.
Slayer.
Emily Roya O'Brien. We've got a lot of actually like bigger names, especially Tim Curry, of course. But there's a lot of animated or the voiceovers into this animated film, and we're going to talk a lot about that over the course of the show. But that is what we're talking about here, everyone. Dagon Troll World Chronicles is the film that we're going to be talking about tonight, and the trailer is on YouTube. It is in the link below, and I'm actually really interested in the animation style of that. I want to pick your brains a little bit about here in a little bit, but what I also wanted to kind of bring up as well is with Scoffer Studios, you label it as a fully 100% independent, women-owned studio, correct? So let's talk about Scoffer Studios, and let's talk about, I guess the drive behind that, inspiration behind that, and kind of where you're looking to place yourselves within the independent film scene. And right before we do that, let me just say hi to some people here. We got nice meeting y'all, and the story sounds good. I want to see it from Cinema Scares. He's a good friend of ours, and he is a very, very big supporter of everyone in the film scene. And then he says, sounds interesting. I will watch the trailer. Good deal. So how about you ladies talk about Scoffer Studios and the brilliant movement that you all are working on?
Well, Scoffer Studios is a grassroots kind of Jim Henson style studio.
We are family owned, and we are family run, and we're all women, and we really are trailblazing a path for female film directors, because you can list hundreds of male film directors and male movies
Steven
that have been
Spielberg,
created by
Ridley
men,
Scott.
and you honestly can hardly come up with a single female director right off the tip of your tongue. And we're hoping to change that. And we're trailblazing the way with our first film, Dagon Troll World Chronicles, and I think we're doing a damn awesome job of it.
Yeah, we are. One thing we do is we try to create films we want to watch.
Mm-hmm.
In films, they always wreck the endings, or the characters suddenly switch motivations or act in a way that they would never act, and you stop and you think, what? They're not staying in character because they don't seem like they're real, and the situations just seem sometimes goofy when they shouldn't be goofy, or like the actors act like they're acting. That really gets on my nerves. Or someone will be hurt, and then 5 minutes later they're like leaping off a building and landing on the other side and rolling and fighting, and you're like, you just got stabbed. So seriously, you're not even limping.
Also, we have a distinctive style that we really admire, kind of Blade Runner-ish,
Dark
Sin
City.
City, and that's
Remind me of
what
Sin
we
City.
watch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Sin City is definitely a lot like Dagon.
And our characters are consistent. They each have very well-defined personalities that stay in character, and they're all unique. They're not like two-dimensional characters, even if it is a two-dimensional film.
Mhm.
They're really well-rounded. They're real almost, and we're really having a lot of fun exploring things. They'll sometimes do stuff that we're not even, we didn't plan for them to do. Like the romance between Fluff and Dagon wasn't supposed to happen. Fluff is a really beautiful, sensual character, and Dagon originally wasn't supposed to have a love interest. He was a loner, And, occasionally he'd have female company, but he wasn't serious about anyone. And then suddenly these two characters decided, you know what, we're going to have a thing and you can't stop us.
Exactly.
So it was fun.
It's very
Nice.
sexy. The film is very sexy.
Oh yes, get hot and steamy. So hey, we're going to talk about Dagon here in just a little bit as well. But one thing I really wanted to say here, because I love the idea and the fact that you guys just like you said, Britt, you had this idea of you wanted to do something, right, and you expressed it to your mom, and then next thing you know, you guys are making this amazing project, right? Back in 2016. The exact same thing happened with me and my dad, Frank. I saw an ad, and my background, I've always been into filmmaking. I've always been into making movies and whatnot. And I went to school for studying film, and I learned a lot about it, my techniques and writing and stuff like that. But I did the news for a couple of years, and then in the middle of that transition of like trying to figure out what I wanted to do next, I saw an ad for a horror film festival, and that's what sparked me. Was like, it would be cool to make a horror movie. So I texted my dad in the middle of the night and was like, hey, I want to make a horror film for this film festival. What kind of ideas do you think we can do? And then next thing you know, boom, 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 we have this crazy idea, and we actually get it shot and edited and done. And now here we are with Strange Films, with a multimedia production company with tons of different films and content, and we expand that into comic books and the podcasts and art and music and all that stuff too. So it's amazing just to see like that one little spark, especially with family, can go far.
We started with comic books. We've got one comic book we're working on, a really giant audio drama we're working on. And
we're very diversified. We have about 3 books in production. It's just that we're such perfectionists that we have to have everything perfect before we'll release them.
Yes, of course.
And so we've got one comic book officially finished, and we're about to start putting that out. But we also have 2 other books that are finished, and everything's about to be finished. We're happy with everything we've done. And Dagon will be done by 2024 because COVID did set us back. Mm-hmm. But we're looking forward to the future, and we're having a blast.
Awesome. Yes, we're going to talk about the future and those upcoming releases and everything like that here in just a little bit. I'm super excited to get into those nitty-gritty details with you all, because I know everyone else is dying to know, when can we watch this film? What's the details? What was it like with Tim Curry and all that stuff too? So before we get into that, though, we're going to catch up with some comments first, and then we're going to dive into a little game that we have here on the show. So first of all, we've got Paul Magilton in the house. Hello, people. And if you don't know, Paul, man, he's a superstar in Strange Films. This guy right here is Paul Magilton, actually, on my shirt. And I'm about to do a shout out with you, Paul, in just a second. Frank Aguilar is throwing some fire emojis because he loves what you're saying, and he is just very, very excited. Butch is in the house, which is Butch. If you don't know, Center City, our film Center City, our series Center City, Paul Magilton plays Butch. And then let's see, Paul. Yes, Butch is in the house. Apparently, is this a live feed? Yes, it is, Paul. You're live, okay? Whatever you say. And then August, ask them if they have a filmmaker influence. So do you all have a filmmaker influence?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Why don't we go ahead and answer that?
Ridley Scott.
Ridley Scott. Okay. That's a great influence. He's intense.
Charlie Chaplin is my influence.
Okay. Charlie Chaplin. Okay. So there you have it.
Because he was just great. I just loved all of his styles. I've got a lot of scenes that I do where everything's kind of set up in a way that he would do. I like merging some humor in with the horror. It's fun. We have this one scene with our character Jacqueline. He's kind of like the comic relief, and he's being tortured, and we have so much fun with it. I was watching all of Charlie Chaplin's films, and when Jacqueline finally escapes from his torturers, we have a full-out scene that Charlie Chaplin, I think, would be proud of.
Yes, he would.
Cool. Oh, that's awesome. Well, then I'm even more excited. I think even based off the trailer, I can kind of see some of that. So that's cool. That's really cool. Charlie Chaplin's not one you hear very often, and even with Strange Films, excuse me, if you watch like a lot of if you watch our films, there's a very, very deep consistency of like this horror, like serious tone to it, but there's also a layer of quirkiness to it. You know,
Oh, I
like
love that.
we love doing that. We love just having fun with what we're doing, making someone or something quirky, and just kind
Well,
of
you
just
know, comedy is a gift. It's
yes.
really a gift.
Yeah, you
And
have to have fun, you know. That's the thing. You have to have fun with whatever you're doing, even if it's a horror film. You have to have something, you know. So we love that. We really admire that. And Charlie Chaplin, that's a great influence. So there you have it, Frank. We got Ridley Scott and Charlie Chaplin. Blake Hall's in the house. What's good, Blake? That's not a Blake Hall thing I would hear from you. Hey guys, but what's good? Blake Hall's in the house. We appreciate you, Blake. Blake's worked with Strange Films quite a bit over the years. Blake, sell that Kate Bush 45. You probably get a lot. Honestly, you would, because that song is stuck in my head. Running up the hill. Stranger Things. Are you all Stranger Things fans?
Unfortunately, we haven't watched that yet.
Oh man, I just now started watching some before. Yeah.
We're on a Hellraiser marathon right now.
Well, there's a reason why, because we're going to talk about that here in a little bit too. But just everyone who's watching, check out their background. And you know why. All right, Paul just watched Prometheus the other day. Prometheus pretty good. You know what? What was the other one? The Alien Covenant. I didn't see that one. I haven't seen that yet, but hers okay. And then
I'm a fan of the original Aliens. I haven't seen the newer ones.
Oh man, you know what? I'll tell you. I'll be honest. So the very first Aliens, or Alien, I should say, I watched. First time in my life, I watched maybe like 2016, 2015, 2016. I watched my very first time, and I was like, I don't know, this is okay. I was like, it's okay, but I need to rewatch it. I haven't watched it since. And then I watched, which I know it's not Ridley Scott. I think it's James Cameron, right? Aliens, the sequel. But
yeah.
Aliens is awesome. But I like Ridley Scott's. I like Prometheus. I'm trying to think of anything else. Gladiator. Yeah, I like Gladiator. But anyways, yeah, Ridley Scott. No, I do admire him, but I need to rewatch. Need to give a rewatch to Alien. And then Frank said, "I wish I never gave it to him." Yeah, because it's probably worth a lot of money right now. All right, so before we get into Take It or Leave It, our fun little game we like to give to our guests, because it gets to know you all a little better, breaks the ice a little bit. We're gonna do one little shout out, which is to Paul Magilton here, because we have the Butch shirts. And ladies, if you haven't seen me posting about this is just a fun little gimmick that we just kind of started doing. Paul is, like I said, one of our fan favorite characters from the Center City universe in our films. And we've just gone on to making a beer commercial with him, Butch Beer. Shout out Cinema Scares, because he actually came up with the Butch Beer logo and all that. But I don't know how it came to be, but someone was like, let's make some shirts with Butch on it and stuff like that. So I designed 3 different shirts with Butch on it. And this is the party shirt. If you can see, it's basically Butch drinking shots in his independent film, his solo film, Butch. And so they're available online right now, and that anybody can purchase. So we've actually sold like 6 of them so far, which is pretty cool. And then of course, if you haven't already, if you don't know, go follow Strange Film Studios on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Instagram. We are dropping things hopefully consistently more. We just got monetized, which is pretty cool. So we're trying to just kind of keep that algorithm going. We're trying to keep that those likes and those subscribes coming in. So just give us a follow. It really does help. And we really do appreciate all the support that anybody and everyone is giving to us so far. And then Frank Aguilar says, haha. And then Paul says, had Aliens box set with the director commentary. That's pretty cool. Way to go, David Scare.
We usually try to watch our host everywhere he comes out online.
Yeah, cool. All right.
Support from our fans or from your fans would be appreciated as well. You can find us on Facebook and YouTube. Well,
now that you all are in our Strange Films family page, you already got tons of supporters, because that group page is the reason why we invite people to that group page is because they're friends and family and fans of what we do, and we support everything that they do. So the fact that you're in that page and you can share your stuff anytime you want in that page, you're going to get people that is in our group automatically seeing that and supporting that and everything, especially being on our show tonight, which is awesome. You're going to get the traffic that we already have coming to you all, and we appreciate your support. So we support, and we support you. So I love supporting people and everything. So it's great.
We
Ray
love
Bolden.
horror.
Yeah, well, good. Well, you're in the right place, and we love doing
Scary.
really fun, independent, like that vintage horror kind of stuff, you know. So that's kind of our style. Ray Bolden is in the house. If you haven't seen Raven, there's a poster right there. Ray Bolden is the star, and he says offered to buy Doug Bradley a drink in a bar. He declined and bought a double Johnny Walker. Wow, I saw that comment, Ray. Like you commented on that not too long ago.
Doug's a really nice guy, though. He really is.
He's been at so many conventions I've been to. I just never met him before.
Really
but
sweet.
that's funny that he denied your drink and then ended up buying his own. All right, ladies, are you ready to play Take It or Leave It?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to have fun. So basically the theme is I'm going to ask you 10 different questions. 5 of them are going to be kind of like film related, and then the other 5 are completely random. And all you have to do is tell me if you take it or leave it and tell me why. And then I'm going to give my input, I should say. And everybody in the comments or everyone's watching, give your input. Let us know, would you take it or leave it and why? All right, so number 1, take it or leave it, ladies. The Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I'll take it.
Take it.
Take it. Okay, so are you all comic book fans? Are you all superhero fans? Have you been like watching them consistently, or what's the deal?
I've watched everything up to Endgame, and while moments of it are rather cringeworthy, I won't even get into Thor Ragnarok.
What?
I do think,
Well, Thor has one of our actors in it.
yeah, actually, we have Julian Seeger. He was in Thor: The Dark World.
Okay.
I did enjoy Thor Ragnarok, but I did cringe a little bit when Loki was being tied up by the Hulk, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
That was a little bit funny, a little bit.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, my little sister's watching.
So you haven't seen pretty much anything past Endgame?
But anyway. Actually, no. I've been so busy with I've been finishing up my bachelor's degree in criminal justice. But
Cool.
Since our movie's taking off so great, this is also something I'm working on. We're having a great time with everything. But I like the Marvel Cinematic Universe because while they do have a big jumble of characters, they do have a couple of gems in there. I do like Iron Man, and I love the dynamic between Bucky Barnes and Captain America. I also like I'm not that big of a fan of the new Spider-Man. I'm an old school. I like Tobey Maguire the best. But,
I love Tobey Maguire. It's wonderful.
But I have been wanting to watch.
You need to watch the new Spider-Man. Oh my gosh. But yeah, no, I hear you on the old Tobey Maguire and some of those older Marvel films, but I'm a huge MCU fan. I am. I will never deny that. I mean, there's probably a couple things now after Endgame that has been, they're okay or probably not like they shouldn't have been made. But I'll take MCU all day. I love superhero movies. I grew up with superheroes. I love comic books. I mean, even if they're bad, I'm excited still to watch it. Yeah, I'll take the MCU all day. I just know that right now, I guess, since after Endgame, it feels a little oversaturated because there's so much, and it's like, I actually worry about taking my son to the theater like 10 years from now, and we're watching like I have no idea what, Avengers 7 or something like that, and I'm like, hold on, son, before we watch this, we have to watch the 20 movies before, plus these 6 TV shows and the spinoff here, just to kind of catch up so you can get the full scope of what's going on, But
I think that indie films will probably take the place of mainstream movies eventually, because movie theaters are kind of dying. It feels like that, Disney has such a market. They have such they've killed almost every other studio, or they've absorbed them. I feel like the indie films, I think that our time is coming up now. I don't think there is any way for anyone to stop us anymore. We have the internet. We have our fans. We have freedom to do what we want, unlike any other time that there's ever been. The gatekeepers can't keep us out anymore.
Yeah, I hope you're right.
I
hope you're right, because that's kind of, I know independent film, obviously, in the last like couple years, and even during COVID especially, has been taking a huge wave up in our favor and everything. And more people are staying home, and more people want to stream and this and that too, and more people just want to have accessibility and support art in general. I do think independent film will always be like favorable. I just hope it's kind of where you're at too, like just it is taking that next wave. Let's see, let's catch up with some comments. Paul says, where are you getting your bachelor's degree? I don't know if you want to answer that, but if you wanted to, he's asking.
Well, right now we'll keep it confidential, but
I applaud you for that. But she said criminal justice, correct?
yes.
Okay, cool. Frank says DC sucks and that he would like to know how they got Tim Curry on board. We're going to ask that here in a little bit, Frank. So be patient. You got to watch to the end. And then we've got Paul August. 1 point, stand up and stretch your arms and flex the shirt. I'll do it right now so I don't have to do it later. But just there you go, Paul. There you go. Okay. Actually, it's really soft. I'm really happy with it. And then Simascares, I'd like to have a Strange Films live marathon on here sometime. I honestly already thought about that, doing some sort of live stream where we watch some films together and just talk about it and just do some commentary and watch together, just have fun. And then Paul says, ladies have a great positive attitude. I agree. All right, number 2, ladies, you ready?
Yes.
Take it or leave it. Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
That's a tough one. I've had some experiences with Taco Bell. I'll cautiously take it as long as I have a Mountain Dew that's it's like a watermelon Mountain Dew slushie they did one time. I'm really happy with their watermelon Mountain Dew slushies.
Do you like the Baja Blast?
Those were good. I haven't been to Taco Bell in ages since an incident, but anyway. And their taco Doritos were okay. The Dorito Taco Bell.
I like their tacos.
Yeah. So take it, I guess.
Take it.
Cautiously, like you said. I'll take it all
why
day.
not?
I love Taco Bell. I used to work at Taco Bell. I was employee of the year. I'm not trying to brag, but I was employee of the year back in 2008 or 2009. No, 2009. But anyways, I love Taco Bell. I still eat it, but I don't eat it very often. Just every once in a while, I will get a Taco Bell. And they do have. I just feel like Taco Bell is one of those, like, I don't know. I mean, if you like, obviously, like cheap Mexican inspired food, then you'll enjoy it no matter what you get and whatnot. But yeah, I'll take it all day. I really would. I do understand though concerns. Frank Aguilar says, take it. Paul Magilton says Chipotle. That's a whole other world there, Paul. That's, I agree, but actually, I don't know. Chipotle's okay. It's really okay to me. And then I miss that Taco Bell dog. That's when the real Taco Bell. I was just at a garage sale last Saturday, and I do a little bit of reselling on the side, and I found like a tote full, about 18 little mini stuffed Chihuahua, the Taco Bell Chihuahua dogs. I found like 18 of them. They were all like, they had like Christmas ones, Valentine's Day, like one was singing and one had like the Taco Bell bib on it. I was like, oh my gosh, and like they go for a little bit of money. So I was like, how much you want for all of them? And they're like, $10. I was like, I'll take them. Just give me them all. So now I have a big bag full of giant or like stuffed little Chihuahua Taco Bell dogs in my room up there, and I'm probably gonna keep out 6 of them, put them around the office, and I'll sell the rest. But yeah, no, Taco Bell. I like Taco Bell. Blake Hall says he'd take it. Paul Magilton says, look at August ego growing. Talk about that taco. Talk about TB of the world. Yeah, he thinks he's a Taco Bell king. Guys, I'm just letting you know, they're saying that the Mexican pizzas are sold out nationwide. It's literally a Crunchwrap. I'm telling you, a Crunchwrap Supreme is a Mexican pizza just with a tortilla over it. Okay, I used to make those things all day, and Mexican pizzas all day. I don't know why there's such a thing now, but you used to have them 24/7. So I don't know. And then Taki trucks rule fresh tortillas are the difference. Well, I agree with you on that, Paul. All right, number 3, ladies. All right, so take it or leave it. YouTube Shorts. And what I mean by that is, how like TikTok is like the short film or short platform. YouTube is trying to do that now, right? So they're trying to get creators on their platform to do like 2-minute or less shorts. And I'm just curious what you think about that. Do you take it or leave it?
I hardly ever watch those because I hardly ever watch YouTube unless I'm listening to music. I go to TikTok. I'll leave it.
I
go
love
to
TikTok. Love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Love TikTok.
I think I leave it too. I just think it's like you have such a massive platform with TikTok right now. And the
That's
thing is, like,
huge.
yeah, and it's like you can't beat it, honestly. And like I've just now started getting into TikTok and building my channel there and whatnot. But like I listen to a lot of other creators on podcasts and stuff, and they're saying like, we'll just take your TikTok videos and just put it on the YouTube Shorts. But you can't, because YouTube won't let you do, like, you can't, like, you know how TikTok, if you post a video, it'll save it to your camera, and you can like maybe post on Instagram or something. But like it has a TikTok logo on there. But if you posted that to YouTube, it won't let you do it because it's got the TikTok logo on there. So you'd have to like save a copy before you post it on TikTok, and then put that on YouTube Shorts. And I just think YouTube is more of the platform for like standard, like shorts or whatever video you're trying to watch. I mean, I do think YouTube is a great platform for filmmakers still. I just think the YouTube Shorts is like, what's the point if you've got TikTok, So I leave it too.
Yeah, it's kind of a desperate copycat kind of
Yeah. I mean, I do appreciate YouTube, and they just monetized me, so I'm sorry, YouTube. But so I do appreciate you guys like trying to be innovative and trying to continue with the trends and stuff. But like, I just think if you're having so many people watching short form video on TikTok, it's going to be hard to compete with that, because YouTube is mainly for that platform of any other video,
Also, too many copyright flags, anything, and they take off your video.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, because like, TikTok, I love that you can add like music, any kind of song, and whatnot.
I mean, you're just doing it for fun. Leave them alone.
Right. Yeah. I agree. So I leave it too. Double deckers rule. Yeah, I agree. Frank says take it. Frank, show me your YouTube short and I'll I'll see where you're at with it. Blake says leave it. I like Facebook Reels. I don't know. Facebook Reels is like, it's really even hard for me to watch videos on Facebook anymore. I mean, I do, but it's like, I don't know. It's just like Facebook is for me is like more posting, and then I'm really like, I like to watch what's going on Instagram and now TikTok, because I know, TikTok is like the next like trending format for content creators. But alrighty, so number 4, take it or leave it. Possums.
Oh, leave them. Leave possums.
Leave
They're
the possums, they say. Oh man, they are a little gross, but I take them. I like possums. I just think they're cute in a way, Like, have you ever seen those videos of domesticated possums? I think they're like really cute.
But they will eat your baby ducks, and I have baby ducks.
Oh, you know what? I have a whole family of ducks in our backyard right now, and like they come every day in our backyard and hang out and whatnot. But yeah, possums are. Don't get me wrong. I understand the concern.
Love
like,
my ducks.
They've gotten into my trash and all that stuff. But I don't know. There's a soft spot in me. I like possums. They're little. I love most animals. And possums are one of those, like, I'm like, if I found a baby possum that didn't like know any better, and there was no other solution, I had to take it in and make sure it's okay and grow up to be a healthy, living, beautiful possum, I would do it. That's how much I care about possums. But
what would you name your possum?
That's a good question. I don't know. Maybe like Scrappy or something. Scrappy the possum. And
you should name it a Possumondus.
A possum.
That was my favorite book as a kid.
Okay, cool. I like it. Let's see. Frank says take it. And then Blake says take it. We've got some possum fans in here. And then Cinema Scares, leave those nasty little tree rats.
Power to you, Cinema Scare.
Yeah. Britt Flynn says trash pandas over possums. Okay, interesting. Trash pandas. I'm trying to imagine what a trash panda even looks like.
I think it's a raccoon.
A raccoon. Oh, a raccoon. Okay. Oh, I take a raccoon over a possum though all day. I would. Paul says, how would you get started in stop action? Stop action movies? Is that what you're talking about? Possums are actually pretty docile and can be somewhat domesticated. That's what I'm saying, you know. But I will say, my one experience with a possum that I was actually terrified was, and yes, Britt, I came to that conclusion. Raccoon, yes, and I do love raccoons. My one experience with possums that terrified me was I was living in a house a few years ago. I let my dog outside, and she's barking. I'm trying to figure out. I'm like, what is going on? And I go outside, and she's like barking in the corner of the backyard. And I'm like, I think it's a cat or something. I don't know what. So I'm like, hey, Lily, come on. And I go all the way back there, and it's a possum. And he's like, yeah, just like, I mean, like the tongue out, like this hissing. And I'm like, oh. So I'm like, I'm sorry. I grab Lily, and I just like slowly back up, and I start like walking back. I'm like running back because I don't know. Possums, they do have that like that feral look on them that they could just like rip your face off. So, but I think you could domesticate them if they were young enough. Anyways, Paul Magilton says animation, and yeah, I want to get into animation. Maybe they can talk to us about some animation stuff here in just a little bit. All right, number 5, ladies, take it or leave it. Drive-in theaters.
Take it.
What is it?
Drive-in theaters.
Oh, definitely take it. Love it.
There's just something very old-fashioned and sweet and kind of exciting. Like if you have, I don't know, a whole truckload of teenagers that are too loud, you guys can party in your car and watch a cool movie and throw popcorn everywhere and not get in trouble. Or if you have, I don't know, a truckload of kids that are driving everyone crazy, you don't have to worry about it because you're in your car. You can bring your dog. Just have fun.
Yeah.
Have a big old party out there in the night and get eaten by mosquitoes or whatever watching a great movie.
Yeah, most of them are double features too, you know. That's kind of cool. Do you have any drive-in theaters around you all?
I don't think so, unfortunately.
No? So there's only
see one though.
Yeah, there's a couple actually around here. We're in Knoxville, Tennessee over here, and there's a couple actually still like up and running here, which is really neat. I haven't been to them, but I grew up going to drive-in theater about 20 minutes outside of town, and it was like maybe once every other summer or whatever it was. But I remember always sticking around for the double feature, and like you said, just like getting food and hanging out in the cars, and I don't know, like you had like that little radio next to you that's got the audio, the speaker coming through and whatnot, and I don't know, it's a vintage kind of feel to it. But I really wish I kind of grew up more in the days where that was like a consistent thing, you know. But I think they're still neat. I really do. I really do like them. And I plan on hopefully going to the one here in town here soon. Let's see. So I totally agree with you all. Blake Hall says big time take it. Yeah, I agree, Blake. Frank says leave it. That's some controversy there. Frank, why? I don't know.
We'll fight you, Frank.
Yeah, you're the one that Frank Aguilar is probably the one that's maybe had some experience too going to him. So I don't know. And then he says, you drive, I'll drink, and bring a bucket of KFC chicken, Simascares. I'll do that all day with you, buddy. Let's plan to go to the Maryville one or the Etowah one, because those are the ones around here. Paul, love them. That's a deal breaker if they don't like drive-ins. Well, talk to Frank, okay? And then Britt says, this is the last year for the drive-ins at Fayetteville. They sold the land and turning it into residential housing. Hate it. Oh, I hate that too. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I know. What was cool is during COVID, especially, like I think they were trying to make maybe more of a drive-in comeback a little bit because, you know, people had to be outside and distanced and like watching something outside and whatnot. Like I remember, like I actually had a film, The Lion's Den, which is one of our bigger films right now. But The Lion's Den was in the Horror Film Festival in 2020, but they did it in a drive-in theater. And I didn't get to go at the time, unfortunately, but I thought that was really cool. Like, I think it's still a great idea, whether it's an event or just seeing a movie and whatnot. I think it's really cool to, like you said, just hang out with people, friends, family, just hang out and just have fun. And you can kind of be a little bit more like loosey-goosey, I think, at a drive-in theater versus movie theater because you're like, you want to be quiet in the movie theater. Drive-in theater, it's like everyone's having a good time, but most people are watching, and you're still watching, but you can kind of be a little bit more loose. Paul saw Piranha, The Rescuers Down Under, many others. Loser Frank Aguilar. Yes. And then Cinema Scares. You can always make one at home with a bed sheet and projector. I do have a sheet and projector I plan on using in the backyard some night. I used to sneak in them for years. One here in Vinland, New Jersey. Ray Bolden, that is such a Raven thing to do, and I love it. Good deal. So drive-in theaters, take it all day. All right, number 6. The Beatles. Take it or leave it.
Take it.
Take them. They're
Take
great.
it.
Yeah? Wow. So I leave it. I leave the Beatles.
My dad adores the Beatles. He's an old hippie, so definitely take it. I like the Yellow Submarine. I like what's that fun one? That's Here Come Old Flap Top. He got cold.
Oh yeah, Come Together.
Yeah, I like that one.
Come together.
I like that song. Yeah, I like that song. I'll be honest though. In my opinion, I know the Beatles are good, and there's so many people who love them, but I just think they're a little overrated. I just like. I'm not a fan of the Beatles. I really haven't been. I just can't get myself to like sit down and actually listen to them either. I like that one song. My favorite song by them though is Don't Let Me Down. And I like the video because they're on like that rooftop and they're like, you can see like the cameraman and stuff like that. Like I really like that video and song. But and I like
John Lennon.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I figured. Well, I wanted to ask that because most people like the Beatles, but I'm just kind of one of those people that I never really care for them. Blake says, take it top 5 favorite band. And Blake, I can contest to that statement because Blake has shown me his Beatles records. Cinema Scares, definitely take it. Lady Madonna. Okay. Paul, how dare you, August, go listen to the Spice Girls? Well, I might over the Beatles. I don't know. Ray says, Sgt. Pepper Grace of all time album. Okay. And Frank, haha. So ladies enjoy the Beatles quite a bit. Okay, so maybe I'm just the weirdo here. And then Paul says the Beatles have a song for every mood, which I can't imagine they do. Did you guys watch that documentary that they put out on like Disney Plus? I knew that was a big thing. I just haven't watched it.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. It was like a 4-part. I mean, it's like really long. Like it's like the Beatles recording an album and whatnot, or their live show or something like that. See, I'm not a Beatles fan, so I don't really know. But like, it's like a really detailed, like behind the scenes experience of it, and it got a lot of praise. And I actually started watching it because I was curious, but I just ended up getting bored and watching it. Hey, Virgil McKee's in the house. What's up? 5 women versus 4 men, no brainer. Okay. Thanks for tuning in. He is the hunter of the lion's den, actually. All right. Oh, special delivery. Thank you, honey. Fiance came in and she dropped me off another drink. Okay. Number 7, ladies. Take it or leave it. Film school.
Film school?
Yes. Leave it.
Yeah.
I'm 50-50 on that one.
I think that school is actually overrated, especially after being in school for the last 4 years. I mean, a lot of it is just filler. Mm-hmm. There are some really important bits, at least from my experience, there are some really important lessons to be learned and information to be given, but 90% of what I got came out of books. So I just need a list of books to read and I'm good. Look, teachers didn't really teach me anything.
Right. Hey, look, I agree with you. I leave it too, honestly. Like at this point in time, especially for any new filmmaker that's out there, ever wanting to learn, listen, if you ever listen to this, anybody that's a creator or anybody that just wants to do anything, honestly, like especially film school, because film school has such that stigmatism to it where it's like, you're going to learn how to be in the industry and stuff like that. No. You're going to spend thousands.
We didn't know anything.
Right.
We didn't know anything.
We were green as a pea. We didn't know nothing. And look how far we've got.
Right. You don't have to. You don't have to do it because everything that you ever want to learn are in books or on YouTube. You can watch it and read it. And you can learn it.
One thing they don't teach you is you need friends on the inside. You do really need to have people that have been in the industry forever that are iconic as your actual friends. You have to have that.
Yeah,
human interactions are they're worth a lot more than the money that you spend.
Yes.
Because if you're not friends with someone or they don't have a good attitude towards you, you're not going to get them in your movie no matter how much you throw at them.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. I totally agree. Like I said, like I like, don't get me wrong, I went to a 4-year college. I didn't originally go for like film. It just ended up being I changed my major to mass communications, and they had a film program, so I studied it. But I had a full ride, so it's like at the time I really didn't have anything else going on. I just wanted to get that education, and I do agree that some sort of higher education is very, very, very valuable. There's a lot of really great things that I've learned, and honestly, that has changed me and the better, and whatnot. And I think there's so many things you can take from that. But if you're trying to tell yourself, I have to go to film school to be a filmmaker, that's just BS. I really agree with that. You just have to be able to say, hey, I want to do this. I'm interested. I'm going to go on YouTube. I'm going to watch videos, learn how to do it. You can literally do it on no budget. Like, you don't have to have a huge expensive camera or anything. You can get your buddies and just like take your phone these days and just make movies. I mean, like, you just learn, constantly learn. Like you said, be connected with people that you trust, and be kind, be friendly, and all those things, and just meet and you have those positive attitudes, and you have connections, and you just take the time to learn on your own through books or YouTube.
I think that people in the industry who are the giants are threatened by the indies, and the people who are saying you have to go to film school are the people that are trying to keep you from ever becoming competition. So, you don't have to listen to all the no's and you're not doing this right, and there's all these rules you have to follow. You don't. You can just do what you want and create what you want, and don't listen to anybody's bullshit.
I totally agree. I mean, Strange Films, we are probably, especially here in Knoxville, we're probably the most unorthodox film studio here in Knoxville. I mean, we do things how we want to do them. When people, I've personally heard when people watch me shoot, they have no idea what the hell I'm doing because they think I'm like all over the place. And it's just like, but then you watch the end result and you're like, wow, that came out a lot better than I was expecting. It's like, because like I know what I'm doing, but I'm not doing it the technical way that you learned. Like, you don't have to do it that technical way or buy the book, whatever. Like, filmmakers and creative people will just do things how they want to do it because that's how they see it. And people just thrive off that, like they learn and succeed off that stuff. But yeah, no, I totally agree. You don't need film school, guys. If you want to go to film school and you got the money to do it, by all means, go for it. And I know you'll learn stuff from it, but like, I just don't ever think you need to have that to be a creative, to be a person in this kind of industry. And let's catch up with some comments here. So, Ray Bolden, Blake, first of all, Blake said Beatles was incredible. It was a detailed observation of the process of that documentary I was talking about. Ray Bolden for film school says, forget it. I agree with you, Ray. We all do. I'm learning from August and YouTube. I don't need school. Cinema Scares. We're actually writing a film together right now. It's almost done, and we're excited to get that off the ground. Most people aren't that motivated. Yes, but the ones that are can learn so easily. It's that simple. School is for losers, Frank Aguilar says. Yeah, sometimes. I do like school, the idea, but man. Anyways, Paul, you are a student of life. Yeah, I'm learning every day. I really do. Everything I ever do with Strange Films, I'm sure with you ladies, everything you've ever done, you are always learning. And then Virgil McKee, shout out Dad. He says, if you want something or do something bad enough, the whole world conspires to help you. And I totally agree with that. And that is so true. Frank, Paul Magilton, it's the way of life. Oh, Mr. Full Ride, Taco Bell Employee of the Year. Look, I'm not saying I'm just saying how it is. Like, this is my life. I don't know what happened. August, most beginning filmmakers can't shoot on the fly. Well, somehow I did. 8 disagree. Schooling is important. Nowadays, people call themselves experts while watching a few 10-minute YouTube videos. Hitting the books, reading tens of thousands of pages is more important. Yes and no, Paul. Honestly, you can watch tens of thousands of hours on YouTube and learn even more, honestly, in my opinion. I mean, I watch a lot of stuff when I'm even just trying to learn something, even not film related, I watch like 7 YouTube videos, and my lawnmower wasn't working like 2 weeks ago, and I had no idea what was going on. I was like, "What the hell is working?" So I watched like 3 YouTube videos trying to figure it out, and then I figured after that I found the solution, turned my lawnmower on, mowed the lawn. I mean, it's just like YouTube can teach you a tremendous amount of stuff, And then I passed lunch class in school, Cinema Scares. I think most of us did. That's awesome. All right, so film school, we agree. Leave it. All right, let's move on. We're last 3 here, okay? The ladies, number 8, take it or leave it, cruises.
Ooh.
I don't know. It depends on what cruise you're on. If it's gonna be one where it sinks, forget it. No thanks.
COVID.
Well,
COVID.
Okay, so we're probably more of a leave it here. Okay.
Let's leave it.
Okay.
No
So,
cruising.
man, the thing is, I want to leave it too, but I feel like I've always had like this thing I want to do a cruise, but I just think they're too expensive and overrated in a sense also, but
You just want to do it because everyone's told you I'm going on a cruise.
Hey,
as the ultimate
you don't know me.
hero."
You don't know me.
Oh, yes, we do.
You're right. It's honestly, I see so many people saying I'm going on a cruise. Like even my boss at work, like I went on a cruise, and we did this and that. And like you see like the videos and stuff of cruises and whatnot, but I don't know. I think it'd be fun, but at the same time, yeah. I mean, maybe
I
I'll
like
leave it.
watching the ones where they sink.
Oh yeah, I don't want that one. Actually, honestly, I would go on like a Disney cruise or like one of the cruises that like has like 3 bands on there as well, and they're doing like shows every night. Like a few years ago, one of my favorite bands was on a cruise, and they did like a 2-night cruise where, like everyone went out on on sea with them, and they did like 2-night concert, and you just got to watch a show and hang out on a cruise and do cruise activities. I thought that would be kind of cool, and Disney cruise would be kind of fun. Excuse me, I'm sorry, burping too much. All right, let's see. Cinema Scare says I passed. Oh no, I already did that one. Sorry guys. Good for quick technical learning. Frank says leave it. He will leave the cruise, and well, Frank doesn't like a lot of things, but yeah, I agree. The idea of going on a cruise is appealing. That's what I'm saying, Paul. A little bit appealing. Cinema Scares, I cruised away from my ex. It was easy. Good deal. Paul, August, some are all inclusive. That's what I'm saying. If they have like one of those things where you buy the ticket and everything, like all the food and the beer or drinks are like included in it, I'll take that. Ray, I am a land mammal. Okay, yes, most people are. I see it. Maybe at the end of the day, I am too. Alrighty, number 9. Take it or leave it. Remakes and reboots in the Hollywood industry.
No, leave it.
Leave it.
Leave the originals alone. Quit muddying the waters.
Yes, leave it.
Yeah. Okay. So you don't like anything like the sequels to like.
Only Spider-Man, probably Spider-Man.
Trilogies are great. Reboots
Right.
and reboots and reboots. No.
Yeah. So what about like I'm trying to think of examples here. So like even like a remake of like Halloween, right? They did like a remake of Halloween, but then they did like after the remake, they did like a sequel to the original Halloween movie. Do you think like that's just like an oversaturated idea? Like we got to stop like banking on these old franchises back in the 80s and 70s, and 90s, like and come up with original ideas? Or do you mind every once in a while it's kind of fun to see like, oh, that was a movie I loved growing up watching, and I love seeing maybe a new version of it or a sequel to it or a reboot of it, whatever it is?
I like the original characters, but there have been a few older movies like black and whites that were remade, like Last of the Mohicans. That was excellent. I love the remake of Last of the Mohicans, but it would have to be something based on a really, really old film for me personally, because I like the original characters usually.
I think the motivations are wrong. Instead of trying to improve the franchise and elaborate on the story, they just try and drag the old fans to the new movie and say, look, we're throwing in all these references. Give us your money. No, thanks. if it's not something that's meaningful, like taking something that was a bit wrong and fixing it, like in anime, they will have, like, they'll finish the animated series before the manga is finished, and they'll go off in a completely different direction, and then they will redo the entire series to follow the artist's original plan as it pans out. And that is a worthwhile reboot because they are, providing what the artist originally wanted, or they are exploring a further character development. They're retelling the story in a fresh way, rebooting something. Like in Star Wars, they'll have, like, I don't know, they'll probably eventually get to Chewbacca's ex-brother-in-law and say his story
So true,
and why it's important, which, it gets so tiring after a while. You're like, I just can't take it. I don't care who Boba Fett's nephew was.
Oh, you're right. I hear you. No, I hear you. I do think original ideas, in kind of leading back to what we were talking about earlier with independent film, hopefully taking the spotlight of these things now, because like I think a lot of people, majority of people are like, I guess, tired of just kind of seeing the reused, recycled ideas and hashed out, like expanding on the lore of the original stuff that was made like 30 years ago, and just saying like, oh, well, you didn't see this part of it, right? It's like, like and don't get me wrong, I mean, I'll say I'll take it because I still like watching like reboots and remakes and whatnot because of older stuff that I like, but I get the point of it kind of just getting oversaturated and kind of be like not original anymore, and just just trying to take the money. Just trying to take the money. Honestly, that's what it comes down to with Hollywood. Let's catch up some comments here. We've got Sim Scary says, I like seeing the new takes on films like the new Monsters. Do you have any thoughts on the new Monsters trailer that just dropped?
We haven't seen it yet.
Okay. I'll be honest, I never watched the Monsters at all, but I do understand that Rob Zombie is pretty much being very, very faithful to the Monsters, and just by the looks of the trailer that I see what he's doing, and it's pretty cool. Chrissy Cup's in the house. Hi, August, and hi, Christy. Tell everyone and Caitlin and everyone that I said hello. Old friends of the family there. Paul Majolson says, for these execs, reboot is like a betting show. I think so, honestly. I mean, I really do. I mean, who would have thought Top Gun had a sequel come out 30 years ago, or, later, like Top Gun, but now it's like they're making tons and tons and tons of money off of it because it's Tom Cruise and they can do that. Frank Aguilar, Paul, what's a manga? Paul, did you answer that? No, he did not. Well, Frank, manga is like an animated, it's an animated like comic book, but you read it backwards, essentially, right? Like if it's it's a physical book.
It's a Japanese comic book.
Oh, there you go. That's better.
Or a graphic novel. It reads backwards, and it's very detailed, and it has lots of quirky little scenes in it that would not be appropriate in America. But manga is a lot of fun. I'm currently following 2 different issues. One is Seraph of the End. I recommend that one. The characters do get off track quite a bit, and some of it's filler, but
they're pretty long. I mean, most of them. I never really read one.
Forever to finish.
Yeah,
but,
I never really read one. I've had, I've looked through some, but like I know you read them backwards and whatnot. Like as far as the traditional books, you don't like as far as how
I recommend Death Note and Full Metal Alchemist and Nausicaa. We actually have some people involved with Nausicaa who are involved with our projects.
Mark Silverman.
Cool. Oh,
he actually signed a comic of ours.
That's awesome.
The Nausicaa, the Valley of the Wind comic book, and he signed it.
He sent me, for my birthday, he sent me a couple of Disney cells from Nausicaa, so it was really sweet. Sweet.
Shout
out.
Mark is our man. We love Mark Silverman.
Awesome. Love it, Mark Silverman. Paul says if they did a reboot of 16 Candles, I would watch that. Okay.
No one can beat Molly Ringwald.
Is wonderful.
I was just thinking that. I love the It reboot. That was awesome. Did you watch the It reboot?
Tim Curry for the win.
Tim Curry, yeah.
We're about to get into Tim, but
I have to plug in the computer. One moment.
Part 1 of the It reboot I actually liked. Part 2 I didn't care for. Part 1 of it was was pretty good. I thought it was like, scary and cinematic and all that, but and the characters were good and whatnot. But like part 2, I just it was way too long. Bill Hader was the best part of it, though. I think. Frank says, "Take my money." Yeah, he wants the money taken. Christy says, "Caitlin's here with me and says hello. Hi, Caitlin. Hope you're doing well and love your family. I just I said hi to your mom not too long ago and hope you all are doing well." Paul says, "I bought a manga for my nephew." Well, did you know what it was, Paul, when you bought it? All right, good deal. So number 10, the last one of Take It or Leave It. We're gonna do Summer. Take it or leave it.
Take
Take
it.
it.
Oh, you both take it. Oh my gosh. You got no hesitation on that. So what do you love about summer?
Boating.
Boating?
Lots
Okay.
of boats.
Cool.
I love barbecues and the
Okay.
4th of July and my birthday.
Oh, when's your birthday?
We live on a lake, so
Oh,
it's
right on.
summer.
Right on.
My birthday was my birthday. I made a wish and I got Doug Bradley.
Nice.
So I love my birthday even more now.
Cool. Are you a May baby? I'm a May 9th over here.
I'll keep that private, but
That's
let's
fine.
just say for
That's
my
okay.
birthday, I got Doug
Good.
Bradley. I'm
Well,
happy.
That's awesome. That's a great birthday wish. And my mom lives on a lake, and so it's a great summer home over there to hang out and do all those things because we can kayak and jet ski and barbecue and all that stuff too. Look, I'm gonna leave it, okay? Because I don't really like summer these days. Like, it's just so hot. It's so hot. Maybe over there it's not as hot, but here in Tennessee, my God,
It gets
it's
brutal.
it's
It gets
humid
brutal.
and
It's
brutal. Oh my gosh, it's so bad. Like, look, I love fall. I'll be in fall all day. And winter, I even like winter most of it until it gets about like February. I'm like, all right, let's get out of here. But like, and spring is good. But like, man, the summer when I was younger, I used to love it because I was just a free soul and could do whatever I want. But now it's like you still work, 5 days a week, and you still got to do stuff, and you got to mow the lawn and whatnot. It's like, oh gosh, it's so hot. Like today, it stormed, right? It stormed all day here in Tennessee, in Knoxville, and then like it just got so damn hot afterwards. And I was like, I stood outside and I was like hot for like 45 minutes when I came back in. It was just so bad. But summer just makes me sweaty and uncomfortable unless I'm like doing those like lake hangouts or swimming in a pool or doing something like that, barbecuing, hanging out with people. Like then it's fun. Or like summer nights here are great. Honestly, they are. And I love summer nights, but like, oh man, the summer days and nitty gritty, I do not care for it. I do not. Gracie said, "We love you and your family too." Hello again. And then we've got Paul William Fink. Explain it to me before no clue about the mangas. It says, Cinema Scares, "I like the winter and chopping wood and wearing camo." Man, you sound like a real woodsman right there with wearing the camo and everything. Where are they from? I'm not sure they want to say that. But Midwest, we'll say the Midwest there. Okay. All right. So that does it for Take It or Leave It. Did you all enjoy the game? Take It or Leave It?
Yeah, it was fun.
It's fun.
Cool. We like doing that. I think it gets to know the guests a little bit more and kind of breaks the ice a little bit more. All right. So we're at the kind of the end here. We're actually already at an hour, which is we're pacing to be the longest episode here, but we're going to go ahead and try to get to the last bits of the show here. What we really want to talk about, what we really want everyone, I think everyone's been waiting here for, is what's the deal with Tim Curry and all these actors that you got for Dagon Troll World Chronicles? Let's talk about it. So how did that happen?
We have a lot of stars.
So briefly, let's talk about how you got connected with them and what it was like working or being connected or communicating. How did that all go about? I mean, what happened?
I kind of made friends with a lot of people on the inside of the industry accidentally. I'm an outgoing person, and something about, I guess, my personality that we just get along really good. I'm friends with a lot of people, and when you are friends with people who are on things like Muppets Treasure Island or Star Trek, and you're friends with people that are in the industry, and they know other people. And like, I'm friends with Jack O'Halloran. He's from Superman. You know, once you make friends on the inside, it's like kind of like a chain. And we just were really friendly, and we're nice. We're like Jim Henson Studios, really.
Mhm.
And we were watching Legend one day, and my mom said, "Oh, Darkness is so sexy." And I said, "Oh, hell yeah, he is." And she said, "You know, if I was Lily, I'd choose Darkness over Jack." And I said, "Me too." And she said, "You know what? Do you think we could get Tim Curry?" And I said, "Let's go for it." And so we contacted him, and he loved the part.
Yes.
And we were just so excited. We just started screaming when he said yeah. And I was hysterical the whole day when he was recording in Salami Studios.
He's a really nice guy. He's really approachable, really sweet.
So let me ask, like, it was as simple as like trying to find his contact information and
I
reaching out.
have
Or
a
did you have to find an
mutual-
agent, like.
I have a mutual friend
Wow.
of Tim.
Wow.
They work together on Muppets Treasure Island.
Wow. Interesting. So just
He-
so
my-
everybody.
He's also in my audiobook.
Wow, that is so cool. So just for everyone, so everyone can see and hear real quick, I'm going to play a little clip. It's about 20 seconds long. It has a few lines of dialogue that Tim Curry recorded for Dagon here, okay? And what is the character's name that Tim Curry is portraying in this film?
Necrofer the Deathbringer. Now, he is a
That's dark.
super hot demon, and he is the main antagonist in our film. He is a vicious, sadistic, sexy
Ooh.
demon, and he kicks ass.
And he's funny. I mean, he's a mischievous, mischievous kind of guy.
Wow.
And he has a romance character that's his love interest as well. And his love interest is a fallen angel. So there is an angel in love with a demon, and Tim Curry is the demon. We are currently casting for the role of his sexy partner.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, let's play this real quick just so everyone can hear that Tim Curry is indeed in this film, and he is playing this crazy name of a demon or
Necrofer.
Necrofer. That's horrific. Oh my gosh, it's so scary. All right, but it's a real quick clip, guys. Just a few lines of dialogue of Tim Curry playing Necrofer.
Life is fading. Even your eyes are looking inward. I have tasted the blood of 1,000 warriors, such as yourself, and found it sweet.
Wow. I mean, wow. That's pretty damn cool. Like,
we did his recording, and he was so funny, and he was so mischievous. Oh my God.
And he was having a blast. We were all just having a party.
He was partying. He was having so much fun with the role.
Did you get to go see him record in person?
It was really hard. It was COVID.
Okay, yeah, I did. So I was trying to find the timeline there, but yeah, okay.
But we did send him flowers. He recorded at Salami Studios, Hollywood.
And we would have given anything. We would have given anything to have been able to be there when he was recording.
It was
but
COVID.
COVID had shut everything down, so we weren't able to.
Wow, that's so cool, though. I mean, currently, Strange Films is kind of in the process of kind of getting one of a bigger name star that especially was working in the 80s and whatnot in the horror industry. We're working on getting one of them to be in an upcoming project here, and that's kind of where at the point that we're at, like, hey, we need to start kind of like reaching out to bigger name people and bringing them in our smaller projects, and just so we can tap that even further market. And I think just having someone like Tim Curry on your film there, I mean, that's tremendous. And I mean, he still sounds great, I've
had producers reach out to me, and they'd say, well, I really wanted him in my project a few years back.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't able to secure that.
Yeah.
And how did you do it? How did you do it?
Right.
I've been approached by so many, and they said they turned me down.
With these big stars, you basically have to have a role that they are very intrigued by, and a lot of the times, the selling point is not, money. It's what is the character and what is he doing,
and what is the film,
and when we show them what they're going to be involved in, then they instantly respond and say, hell yeah, I'm in.
It's a long casting these super mega stars is a long process.
I'm
It's
sure.
very delicate.
You don't send them an email and sit there and wait for a reply. It's not like that. It's very personalized. They want to see the script. They want to know who else is in it. They want to know what your genre is, what your market is, what your fan base is. They're very selective.
Huh. Well, that's some good information there, and that's a really cool insight to kind of see your perspective on on how that all came to be. And I know we have other actors. I mean, if you want to touch on any of those other actors, are
Doug Bradley.
Yes. Well, I was about to say Doug Bradley, but he's not in Dagon, right? He's another project.
He's in Dagon.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying that there was another project coming up with.
No, he's in
Doug
Dagon
Bradley.
with Tim Curry. They're both in the same
Wow.
film.
He is
The
one
guys-
of the other bad guys. He
Wow.
is the creature that doesn't exist called Goer Hidag.
Oh,
And
God.
he is a very scary monster that lives out in the forest. And he, by all goth lore and by all rules of the universe, he should not exist, but he does.
Wow.
And he comes across our character Dagon, and they have a battle.
Wow. So there you have it, folks. I mean, Doug Bradley is even in this Dagon Troll World Chronicles animated film. You've got an all-star cast of voice actors here. And they've got Doug Bradley in the back right there, and whatnot. I mean, this is amazing.
And Pennywise in the same film.
Yeah,
It's
you
a lot
don't
of
get
fun.
that very much. That's pretty damn cool. Now, we've got some stuff here. Virgil McKee says purely awesome. Paul watched some of the comic earlier. Very good. He sounds great. Cool character, and congratulations from Cinescare. Frank is asking, was there any money involved? And that's a question. If you want to answer here, you can. If not, that's okay too. But I would assume there would.
A word of advice: if you're going to go after these people,
Bring money.
Bring money.
Okay. Yeah, I assume so
money.
because honestly, the actors we're talking to right now or trying to talk to, it's going to require a little bit of money there. But it's all. I think that's pretty much expected.
You have to be respectful. Very
Oh, yeah.
respectful. Very
100%.
respectful. Yes.
100%. Good information, but acquiring a big name. Yes, that is good information. You definitely provide some great information there. So, okay, so let's get into just a little bit about touching base on the future of what you guys are doing with Scoffer Studios, Dagon, Dagon Troll World Chronicles. It's obviously an animated film that you were mentioning that's inspired by all kinds of influences between Ridley Scott, Charlie Chaplin, Sin City, yes. And when you see the trailer, it's very noir.
Yeah.
When I watched it, it felt very noir to me. When you watch the trailer, I think you'll understand what we're talking about here. But let's talk about, and you're saying by 2024 we're looking at maybe getting this released, right? What's coming up on your horizon? Let's as far as the future of all this is between this, and you've got other projects in the works, but what's coming up for Scoffer Studios?
Zombies.
Oh,
yes, we are currently working on the script of a zombie story that's going to be live action, and it's going to be about two brothers and the end of the world.
Okay. Yes.
Give away
there you go. Exclusive news there. Yeah. But is that going to be after World Dagon though?
Yes, it will be after Dagon. Dagon's going to be finished in 2024, as long as there are no other gigantic pandemics hitting the planet. And we're also going to be releasing a few comic books.
Audiobook.
And our next big project, which will actually be finished before Dagon, is Over the Hills and Far Away, which is a children's audiobook.
It's like Coraline. It's creepy and dark, but
cool.
it's for kids.
I like
for
it.
kids.
So
Yeah.
it's not
A
Dagon.
lot of big stars. We have Kirk Thatcher in that from Star Trek and
Wow.
Muppets Treasure Island. We have Richard Ashton, who's from Doctor Who. We have Julian Seeger from Vikings, to name a few. And we're thinking of bringing in someone from Harry Potter.
Oh my gosh.
And this is completely Diana's project. I'm just helping her with the direction of the whole thing.
Yeah.
She has written it, she has cast it, and she is involved in basically the entire thing. The only thing I'm doing is getting with the sound text and putting it all together.
We also have a lot of really cool stars in our projects, such as Tony Black, Carissa Pignatelli,
Will Collins,
Josephine Puno. I mean, we've got some wonderful voice actors that are amazing. They may not have the legendary status of Tim Curry,
yes,
but they're fabulous. I mean, they're just amazing.
They were our original cast before we began bringing on the big wigs.
Right.
They are our backbone of our film. They are amazing, and they're all very talented.
And we go back to our original cast on everything we do because we're a family studio.
There you
So
go.
we don't look outside very often. We will reuse actors.
If we
over
find
and over.
someone who's exceptional, we'll
And
carefully,
musicians.
Yes. We just got the best group who are so amazing and so
Fabulous.
friendly. They're called Olaks, and they are a Siberian group, and it is an ethnically
indigenous.
It's an indigenous female-owned music group, and it's amazing.
They're fabulous.
And they're doing the main soundtrack for our film.
And they love us. They were like, yeah, hell yeah, we'll do all your music. Yeah.
They were like, you
Whatever
guys
you
are
wanna-
indie,
yeah,
and
whatever you
we
wanna
are
do.
indie. We just love you guys. And they said, and Tim Curry.
Yeah, right.
Who doesn't love Tim? I mean,
Yes.
or Brad, or
Yes.
anyone. We have Brad
Lady-
McMurray. We have Brad McMurray. We have Doug Bradley. Brad McMurray. I don't mention him often. He's from the UK. He's Australian.
But we have an all-star cast, and even the stars that aren't quite stellar yet are getting there, or they should be. So shout out to all of our wonderful stars, and we hope the best for all of you. You're our family.
We're all family.
Ladies, that is amazing. And honestly, I'm so proud of you. I'm so excited for you. And just to see that you two are just like getting your dreams, taking action on those dreams. And like, I mean, getting stars as big as Tim Curry and any other voice actors that are just working their ranks up as well. And like just doing it, just like making these projects happen and having fun with it and being passionate about it. And like, seeing the success that you're doing is amazing, and I'm really happy and excited to see what happens with Scoffer Studios over the years. And if there's ever a time that Strange Films can collaborate with you, let us know. We'll be definitely happy to get involved with you. I mean, but thank you. And what you're saying is kind of what we do as well. I mean, like, we consider everyone that we've ever worked with our Strange Films family, as you know, that you're part of our little Strange Films family group page. But like, most of those people are consisted of the actors, the crew, everyone we've ever worked with as far as our films go. And when we're looking for the next wave of people that we're going to work with, we generally look to those people first and say, hey, can we utilize these people? Are they available? So, it's really, really great to see what you're doing. I'm so excited for you all. Paul says, bless you. I sneezed. Apologize for that earlier. I was like, oh, I felt it coming, but I sneezed. But Paul, thank you for saying bless you. But anyways, to hear that you have just actors across the world is pretty cool. And you provide a lot of great information, and we're all very, very excited. And this has been a great interview. So thank you for sharing, and so excited to see the conclusion of the journey with Dagon. I can't wait to watch it all and kind of see everyone's life of these characters come to life on screen. Actually, Frank Aguilar wants to ask, do you ladies act as well?
No, we do not.
No. Yeah, well,
We're camera shy.
I've been asked by someone recently to go to Germany and act, and I'm like, no.
Yeah, we don't do that.
No.
All right.
That's one area where we lack.
when Frank asks that, he's always brewing on an idea of how can I get them in our film, you know?
My daughter is so beautiful. She should be in pictures.
When we start production on our zombie film, maybe we'll hit you guys up. We'll see if we could collaborate on the zombie project.
Let us know. We travel. We've got a lot of people on our network that are good with special effects. As far as crew goes too, I mean, obviously we're kind of jack of all trades here, but let us know if you ever want to. We'll definitely we'll come up and we'll hang out because I think it's not only fun, great opportunity too. Yeah, it'd be
possibility.
Fun. Yeah. Let us know. All right, we're at the nitty gritty here. Let's go ahead and get to the end here. So we're happy to hear that you've got lots in store for Scoffer Studios. And guys, if you haven't followed them, check them out on Facebook. The link to the trailer of Dagon is in the link or the description below. So check them out. We're going to go ahead and give another shout out here to actually our fella's a Mass Driver. I'm not sure if they've been tuning in tonight, but my buddy Rodney in the Mass Driver band, if you're here local in Knoxville, they're actually playing a really, really great, awesome show. It's this weekend on Saturday. It's the band Anvil is headlining and Mass Driver's playing. I plan on being there, hopefully getting some photos and videos of them as well, and seeing Mass Driver perform in first time in like 2 years because of COVID. But shout out to you guys. You guys are doing awesome. Super Action Talk podcast. I've been on there a few times. Check it out. It's on Spotify if you like rock and roll and if you like controversy with music topics. It is always fun. And again, if you haven't followed Strange Films on Facebook, on YouTube, and Instagram, give us a follow. Give us a subscribe. It definitely helps. And we appreciate everybody's support. I can't tell you that enough. We appreciate support and having people on like Scoffer Studios. I mean, Diana and Britt here. I mean, just having them on is I love it. You know, I love talking to other creatives. I love supporting their work, having them on our show and sharing their stuff. You know, that's what it's all about. You know, I really do believe in that.
We love you guys.
Oh, we love you too.
Yeah,
we really do.
Well, we love you guys.
Thank you. And please keep connected with us in our group page that you're in and on our on Facebook and stuff. We'll continue to share your stuff. Just always feel welcome.
We'll do it again sometime after we got a couple more stars.
I love it. Yes, absolutely. All right. So last thing here is what I like to ask everybody on the show is just what is any last words or advice that you'd like to give to anybody, whether they are a veteran in the industry or they're a newcomer, just anybody that, if you had any sort of words of wisdom in any of your experience over the years,
network,
anything that you want to do.
Network.
Yes, I agree with that.
Never give up, never surrender.
Fortune favors the bold.
Fortune favors the bold. I like that too. That's good. That's good stuff there.
And here's my last one. Empowered women empower women.
Empower women. Yes. And we do want to hit on that again. You are an all-female, 100% owned female women studio.
The only all-woman casting, producing, owned, created, run animation studio in the world.
I mean, you can't beat that, folks. Empower women. You know what I'm saying? Christy Cup says, yes, with heart emoji. Yes, Christy is a great supporter of everything, and I know she loves that. And every woman does and should, you know, and we do too. We appreciate that. We appreciate hearing that, you know. I mean, you don't get, you know, obviously there is times are different now, and we're hopefully moving in that direction, but to kind of have you all on the face of it and just promoting that and keeping that positivity in the right direction, that's what we need. We need more faces of women, like you said. Like when people are thinking of their favorite directors, it's hard to think of a woman director, right? I mean, like, and not to say there's not great women director, but I'll be honest,
it's really good.
So, so that's awesome.
It's a male-run industry, and it's very hard for women to break into it because all the gatekeepers are men, and there is sexism still. It's alive and well, and we've encountered a lot of it, and it's made things difficult, but we have overcome it. So never give up, and never let anyone tell you no.
There you go. Well, guys, you heard it there. Network, don't give up, and women empowerment. And that's what we like to hear over here. And just to catch up on some of these last comments, Simascara says, I got the blood effects. If you ever need some SFX, we've got the
Awesome.
Germans probably wanted to do a snuff film. I don't know. Maybe they just wanted to have some great stuff over there with these beautiful ladies and their talents. We are looking forward to your films. You ladies are great. Paul Joseph says, Aguilar Power 5150 is his Instagram handle. If you're on Instagram, Frank Aguilar. And again, Chrissy says yes. Ladies, thank you so much for being on the show tonight. It was a lot of fun. There was a lot of great information, and a lot of just interesting and really exciting things. I mean, Tim Curry, Doug Bradley. I mean, Dagon. I'm excited to see what you all come up with at the end of that, as well as other future projects, and just being so kind and supportive to us as well. So thank you. Is there anything else that you want to talk about, promote, or plug in before we wrap up?
Just hit like on all of our stuff and show your support by subscribing and following.
And Scoffer Studios is on Facebook, correct? Are they on YouTube or Instagram or anything
We're
like
on
that?
Facebook. We have websites everywhere, everything online. We have
the easiest way is just to go to our Facebook page and hit like, and all of our links are on there.
Good deal.
And you can check out all of our stars on IMDb. You can get a full list of them. We're about to add Doug Bradley to it.
And we are thinking of bringing in someone big from Harry Potter.
Oh, yes. We are not done casting for Dagon Troll World Chronicles yet.
We love Harry Potter.
We have several gyms that need filling for our different roles. We have a couple open, and they're being reserved for very special people.
Yes. Oh, my gosh. All right. Well, there you have it. Just stay in touch with Scoffer Studios on Facebook. Check them out. We've got the link to their trailer below. And we've tagged them in all of our posts leading up to this, and we'll tag them once again after we share it once more. Just follow these wonderful women doing their amazing things and working with Tim Curry and Doug Bradley and all those other stars that they've got. You all are doing awesome. So thank you so much for joining us. That is wrapping up for this episode's of Strange Films Live. We appreciate it again. Check us out every Wednesday at 8 p.m. where we're doing the show, talking to other creators, and having a good time. Ladies, thank you again very, very, very much, and hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.